welcome and welcome back to S.WigginsTV. As always, I'm your host, Worldwide Wiggins, and I'm back with another episode of Hood Legends. Now, today I got some sad news, and it kind of hit a little bit closer to home because, this is somebody I actually interacted with. And, I had a lot of respect for him, man, but we gonna roll with the punches. We gonna send him off right, give it up for a real LA hood legend. Today we gonna pay homage to my homie Big Cheese from rivalries, Crip. Cheese gave me one of my first record-breaking interviews, which helped me gain the momentum behind S.WigginsTV. Unfortunately, Big Cheese just passed away a few weeks ago after suffering a fatal heart attack. Our thoughts and condolences go out to his family. I would say a few words of remembrance for the big homie to send him off right. And I'm going to play clips of the interview we did, last year, so you can hear him tell his life story for himself, because can't nobody tell your story better than you. But here's my own words, you feel me? Big Cheese was a funny and humble dude. Cheese grew up in South LA near West Athens area. Cheese was a member of the Harvard Gangster Crips, and all his homies had nothing but good things to say about him. Fun fact, Big Cheese actually grew up and went to school with Ice Cube, Dub C, and JD from the Lynch Mob. As you go hear the interview that I'm about to play in a second, Big Cheese was actually there when they filmed the movie Friday, which took place in the Harvard Gangster Crip hood, by the way. He loved driving his truck, he loved his grandkids, and his best friend Erica, among other friends that he had who also loved him. He also loved his homies from Harvard Gangster Crip. Matter of fact, when I did one of the first episodes of Forgotten Hoods, which is a series on my channel, and which happened to be on Harvard Gangster Crips, by the way, Big Cheese was telling me how proud his little homies was that I had paid respects to their hood. And one last thing I'm going to say is, me and Big Cheese had made some plans for me to come out there, to the Harvards and prove all the suckers wrong out there that, was trying to say Harvards wasn't active no more. We talked about this a few months ago. It was going to be a big surprise, and we was going to slap everybody upside the head with it. You know what I'm saying? For all the supporters of S.WigginsTV. But unfortunately, he passed away. But Big Cheese, man, we love you, we miss you, and I'm going to always keep your legacy alive. From your little homie S.Wiggins, CIP, big homie. Wiggins! Check this interview out and watch the whole thing, too.
Growing up over there, it was a small neighborhood, so it was like we had to stand our ground, you know what I'm saying? So F. Gary Gray, he grew up over there, him and his sister. You know what I mean? They grew up, he was born and raised over in that area. And he lived over there for a long time, man. He went to school over there, went to Henry Clay with us, went on to, high school and started doing his thing, and he got big, man. He always had a vision. You know what I'm saying? He always had a vision. Mm-hmm. He was always pushing himself to do more. You know what I'm saying? And he actually grew up over there, right around the corner from where the movie Friday was filmed.
For sure. Now, that explains the F. Gary Gray thing, but the number one question everybody want me to ask, if I ever got a reputable Harvard such as yourself, how did Cube and Pooh from the Hunnits, the enemies, get a pass over there?
Right. Okay. Now let's go back. I can take you back to, let's go back to 10th grade.
For sure.
Taft High School. I went to high school with Ice Cube. I went to high school with T-Bone. I went to high school with KD. We all went to high school together out of Taft High School. I was gangbanging. Q wasn't gangbanging. They was chilling, wearing the Flood Levi's and the button downs and shit like that. I was Chuck T'd out. I was hard-headed. I was an asshole, Excuse my language. But, I was more of a hard-head. I didn't want to go to class. I always went to ditch, smoke weed. Q, he always had his he was in a former group called Stereo Crew. Him and KD. They used to be in a group called Stereo Crew. They wore their little white jackets to school. They were like bomber jackets, you know. Had the little Stereo Crew and Ice Cube, and KD had his name, and they had a female named Patricia Powers. I think she was dating a DJ or somebody, and she wore his jacket. So, you know, Cube wasn't like 111 or any other kind of neighborhood back then when I was going to school. He was just Ice Cube, you know. And T-Bone went to Taft with us as well. Now, T-Bone grew up over there, born and raised right around the corner on 121st and Harvard. So we all went to high school together, and T-Bone and Q formed a friendship. First, it was they had a Volkswagen thing. Him, KD, this guy named Randy Greenfield, a couple more people. They was riding the Volkswagen things, and you know they had their little '69 bugs, and they all hung out together. And you know, Q was still doing his thing with the rap thing though. Him and Jinx.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Jinx also went to Taft with us as well. So, you know, they was doing their thing, you know, and T-Bone was keeping up with them, you know, and then he started hanging out, and then they bonded a friendship. When I looked up, T-Bone was rapping. You know, that's when they pulled out the Gorillas in the Mist. This is after, you know, T-Bone hooked up with Cube after he left NWA, and he went solo and, you know, did his own thing. And I remember when he first signed with NWA, he came through the hood in a sidekick. Actually, T-Bone got a picture of him and Cube standing in front of the sidekick in front of his house. That was one of his first cars when he signed with NWA. He got a sidekick, I want to say.
Wow.
And that was like the start of everything, of T-Bone and Ice Cube's friendship and relationship. So we go back to Gary Gray, who's a film producer, and him and Cube are in a good relationship as well. So that's how that whole thing got acquired. It's through F. Gary Gray, and with Cube having one of his members from Lynch Mob actually living over there too, which kind of smoothed things over.
Wow.
Yeah.
For sure, man. I definitely just learned something, man. Decades and decades of us wondering how, man. And we appreciate that for sure, man.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So, I got a couple more I wanted to ask you, man. You know, I know you're busy, you know, but just I ain't gonna hold you too long, man. It's definitely a privilege, man. So,
Okay.
in the Harvard hood, you got Henry Clay, but you know, from my knowledge, when I was, you know, a kid, I always knew that the Henry Clay was for the hundreds and the blocks, and the Harvards would go to Gardena or some other school because, you know, for example, Gardena High, man, because Henry Clay's a middle school, but Gardena High is for the GCs and the gangster Crips, like the Harvards, the Paybacks, and the shotguns. Yeah, but
okay. Now,
yeah.
on that alone, again, I say the Harvest was a small neighborhood, but a lot of our families were working class families. So we had people that went to Hawthorne Christian School. We had people who went to Bourbon Day. We had people who went to Sarah. We had people go to Gardena. We had people go to Losing. We had people go to Taft, El Camino. I myself personally went to Washington for one day because of the gang shit. They had a security guard named Kool-Aid who kicked me right out as soon as I got there. You know what I'm saying? So boom, he heard about the shit, you know, the stuff that I was going through at Henry Clay through a security guard named JP. back in the day. So boom, my first day I get kicked out. They send me to Tab. That's when I went to school with Cube and T-Bone, KD, Jinx. We were all out of Tab together. They can all verify my story. So we and Henry Clay, that was our school. Because in elementary, we had to walk to the Raymonds. You understand what I'm saying? And we would get chased home from school. Now, let's fast forward to junior high. Y'all got to come across Normandy to our hood now. You understand? So now, after school, y'all the ones hurrying home. Y'all the ones getting chased home. Same thing with now, as far as the neighborhoods and the block, our OGs and their OGs went to school together and was cool. You know what I'm saying? My generation messed that up when Andog, rest in peace, from Neighborhood, and Mondo, and Donut, and all the 111s came to Henry Clay. The Harvest got into it with them. And then the blocks originally clicked up with the 111s, boom, and that brought more heat to the Harvest because we were small, so they tried to just press us out, basically. You know what I'm saying? But we had to stand our ground.
Wow.
And that's where the beef started between the Harvest and the 111s and the Harvest and the blocks. Like I said, our OGs, my big homies, the ones that started this shit in the 70s, in the late 70s, those guys and the original blocks, Big Nip, Bigfoot, all those guys, they all tight. They were all tight still to this day. You know what I'm saying? But my generation messed that up. So that's where you get that at.
All right, for sure. Wow.
Yeah, but my neighborhood, we didn't run to other schools. Our parents were able to afford to go to better schools. So they pulled us out and put us in better schools. But no, whatever school they sent me to, I graduated from Locke. Me and Mondo from 111 was the only black dude from the west side that was banging at the east side school.
Wow.
And I graduated in 1987. Me and Mondo, I don't know if it's Big Mondo, but Elbert Taylor, that's his real name, government. You know what I'm saying? Me and him graduated from Locke High School in 87. We was the only dudes on the west side at Locke.
Wow, man.
But Locke was my final school that I could go to in LA Unified School District. If I got kicked out of Locke, which I went in the middle of 11th grade. If I got kicked out of Locke, I had to finish the rest of high school in Central Juvenile Hall.
Damn.
Yeah. So that was my last meeting I had with the district, LA Unified School District, my probation officer, and the school they picked was Locke. And I did finish up and graduated.
Oh, that's dope, man. Respect, bro.
Right.
Respect, man. Man, one of the other things I like to do here on Wiggins TV, man, is living in LA, you know. Even the toughest of bangers, you probably heard me say this before, even the toughest of gangbangers that been caught in enemy hoods and maybe had to get a pass, man. I know you mentioned the Ravens, and you know, people try to downplay the Ravens now, but the Ravens was no joke back in the day. It still is in my eyes. Have you ever been caught in the Ravens or any other enemy turf and had to, you know, hey, I went to school with such and such, or you got a pass like, hey, all right, you good over here, because you know XYZ.
Nah, I never got a pass like that. You know what I'm saying? I got one of those, you know how you pull up on somebody and you wave your finger like, all right, you know I could have got you. You know what I'm saying? I got a couple of those. But ain't nobody ever caught me in their hood and say, oh no, that's so-and-so, no, he good. You know, nah, I never got that. You know, now, I've run into people that were supposed to be my enemies when I'm older, you know what I mean? And it's like, I was like, man, you used to be crazy than a bug back in the day. Yeah, you know, I wasn't crazy. That's what we was doing. You know what I mean, we was game banging. That's what, it wasn't no being crazy. That's what we were doing. You understand what I'm saying? Now, as far as me just like, like getting caught at, like Boys Market back in the day on 120th in Vermont, and they just let me go. Nah, they weren't just gonna let me. I had to fight with somebody. You feel me? Now, T-Bone got a lot of passes because his big brother, Big Junior. You know what I'm saying? They knew when we come home from the Raymonds and they stop the pressers, they look at him and be like, oh no, that's June little brother. Ain't you June little brother? Like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? We even got robbed one time in 7th grade. Walking from our bus stop. We was going out to they were going to Hughes and I was going to Parkman. But we had to walk from the bus stop in the Raymonds. So we coming down 120th. We bump into Baby Red's dog and Raymond.
Whoa.
And, so Red's dog, he tripping. So they taking our shit, you know, they robbing us, whatever, taking our hats, you know, but they throw my hat back down because I got Harvard on the beak of it up under the lid. I never struck up Harvard on it, so they throw my shit on the ground. they take my homeboy Bill. He got a members only jacket. The cream color members only jacket. I'll never forget it. They tell me, oh no, you gotta get off that jacket on me. So he takes the jacket off. As soon as he takes the jacket off, you remember the old school Swatch watches?
I heard of him.
Okay, well, he had an old school Swatch watch. And he said, oh, no, I need that watch, too. You know what I'm saying? And then T-Bone, they looked at T-Bone and gave him his golf hat back. And we finished walking home. We got robbed by the Ravens.
Oh.
7th grade. So now I can't really say I ever got a pass like that, nah. But I have got that little point, like, nigga, you know, you slipping, okay. You know, you ain't supposed to be around here, you know?
Well, I respect the honesty, man.
Where somebody just speak up for me, nah, I ain't never got that.
All right, for sure. Well, vice versa. Have you ever gave somebody else a pass that, you know, been slipping in your hood or your territory?
I can't say not in my hood, but I had a cousin that got killed from Carver Park, and we went to the funeral. After the funeral, another dude named Dale Dog got shot from Carver Park, and we went to Martin Luther King, and I seen Jackpot from Raymond.
Oh.
And he had just got shot up by the DLs. You know, he had the little bag thing, and you know what I'm saying. And I seen him, and he looked. You know how you got that look like you wondering, like, damn, like, is he tripping or, you know? And I just looked and I nodded my head and he nodded his head. And I just kept walking, you know what I'm saying? I was on some other shit anyway. You know what I mean? But
for sure.
At that time, man, I was damn near finished banging anyway. I was probably almost 30 by then anyway. So, you know. But yeah,
wow.
Man, it was
I have a super heightened sense of smell, which super sucks when your house has pets, laundry, or...
It was a time or two where I probably seen somebody who I could have, you know, got out and wiggled or whatever, but I didn't, you know?
For sure. That's dope, man.
Yeah.
One last question, man. How did you end up, you know, what was it like, you know, getting put on Harvard, man? What made you decide, hey, this is where I want to be from? And how old were you all at?
I was 11, 12. I was 12. And I was being considered a Harvard anyway. You understand what I mean? Like, we had homies that had little brothers that, you know, just picked up little so-and-so and little so-and-so, you know. So, me just being a part of that group, walking home from school or wherever, I was considered that anyway. You know what I'm saying? So, why not? Why not make it official? So, boom, I jumped out there, man. Like, you know what? I want to get put on. And it wasn't it wasn't another word. And next thing I know, it was like 6 dudes on me, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I just had to, do what I could do, man. And it was like, whether I had got put on or not, and it's like that in a lot of places in LA. You're guilty by association. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of guys out here that you're gonna be considered from over there because they see you over there all the time. You know what I mean? And you might not even bang.
Right.
But the fact that
Exactly.
they see you over there, you're guilty by association, bro.
Exactly.
If you hanging with little so-and-so every day, you kicking it with this dude, you smoking weed, drinking with him every day, you over here every day playing dominoes with little so-and-so and baby whoop-de-whoop, you from over there, bro.
For sure, man.
That's just the way of the streets. I don't make the rules, bro.
Right. You right.
Yeah.
You right, bro. Wow. Well, Big Cheese, anything else you want to say before we get up out of here?
Nah, man, you just keep doing your thing, man. Like I say, man, you was pretty accurate on most of the stuff, man. I just had to touch on a couple things that, you missed. You know what I mean?
For sure. Hey, I'm glad, man. I'm glad to be corrected, man, from a legend like you, man.
That's what's up, man. I dig that.
For sure, man. So we got decades, decades of since the Dead Homies movie, man. We finally got decades of finally getting the Harvard interview. Yeah, you feel me? A legend right here, man. I hope y'all appreciate this, man, and cut all the trash talking out now. We finally got it corrected, man. So,
Oh, yeah.
for sure, man. Signing out of here, man. It's your boy Wiggins, Big Cheese. You got it here first. WigginsTV.